Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for the love and just overall engagement I've gotten from my video essay on Saw 2. The amount of views this video has gotten ever since I made it public is absolutely insane. I could never have dreamt of it getting more than 1,000 views. Also, the video's like to dislike ratio is absolutely fucking bonkers. It's less than 10% dislikes. Like, holy shit. Anyways, my physical copy of the album came in the mail and...
Couple of words. Thank you, James. But still, what the fuck?
Don't get me wrong, I was absolutely thrilled about the album getting repressed, but at the same time, I was kind of sour about another song getting added.
The sticker wasn't on there originally, I applied it afterwards. Let's see the insides.
Okay, to be completely clear, I wasn't mad about the song getting added. I was mad because my video was no longer accurate.
Sticker sheet like the original vinyl pressing? Cool.
And all of the photos associated with each of the songs now arranged so that every single corresponding photo is on the correct side of every single side of the LP.
Pretty cool and all, but the cool information is on the back here.
A glorified Excel sheet with all the time codes for the songs and the pie charts. Pretty cool.
And then this sweet little note written by Richard himself.
Richard dedicating the song Rhubarb to his recently deceased mother and the credits for the orchestral version of Rhubarb.
A song that was even exclusive to the digital version on the Aphex Twin website themselves. That's pretty cool. And the vinyl themselves.
One fact that I actually forgot to mention is that the pressing of Saw 2, like this vinyl here, is actually made of 100% bio-vinyl, which is 100% recycled plastic. A very based move, I must say, Richard. Hehehe, shiny disc.
This is my favorite side. Stone in Focus and Lichen right there. And then Hexagon, which is just a bonus. But yeah. Put that back in. There it is. My least favorite side of the entire album. Spots is fine. So is Tassels. This one, I just don't care for. I don't care for White Blur 2. Not one bit. This side is fine. I mean, I get TH1 here and Matchsticks, so that's pretty awesome. And then the bonus song that wasn't originally on the digital version of the album either. So, pretty cool, I guess. Also, Tassels has this really cool print on its space here on the record.
Looks like an acceleration pad from a Mario Kart level.
And that's it. Put this fucker away. That's all there is to it. Also, I love the golden outline of the Aphex logo and also the album title. That's pretty cool. And also to the second release. I only got my hands on this because, well, I was luckily in Japan the month that this came out and happened to be in Tower Records in Tokyo. I don't remember exactly which one it was called. I think it's the one in Shibuya I was at. And you know, they had one of these in stock, so I bought it. Didn't buy the one with the t-shirt because unfortunately they didn't have the XL, which is the size that I use. So I only got the release here. But yeah, the logo in a bronze coated thing. It's kind of difficult to make out in the video, but it's bronze in real life. A paper slip.
It's called an OB slip.
Some information about it here. I can't read this because I don't speak Japanese. And then you're presented with disc 1, which from what I know, the discs are completely identical to the ones you can get from the normal CD box set. So we got all first 9 songs here, like Cliffs, Radiator, Rhubarb, Hanky, Grass, Mold, Curtains, Blur, and Weathered Stone. Second disc you got here, we got Tree, Domino, White Blur 1, Blue Calyx, Parallel Stripes, Shiny Metal Rods, Gray Stripe, Sea Twig, Windowsill, and Stone in Focus. So this is one of my favorite discs just because it ends on Stone in Focus, which is really nice. And then we have the last disc, which has the fewest tracks. It only has 8 on this one, but it has Hexagon, Lichen, Spots, Tassels, White Blur 2, Matchsticks, TH1, and also the orchestral version of Rhubarb. But those are the discs. That's the least interesting thing about this little bundle here, is the discs themselves, because they're just CDs. I mean, they look exactly like the one from the bundle. What is interesting is these little paper slips here. This is some person from Japan. I don't remember his name, but it has a little text about him talking about like who Richard is and his accolades and releases he made before this and also after this, actually, if I remember correctly. And then he talks about why this release is so special. But the cool thing about this is that I realized every single song here has the unofficial titles applied to it. Every single one of them, which I think is kind of cool because that also sort of like, considering that these titles are in a box set officially by Warp Records, I would consider this to make the official titles to be canon at this point. So that's pretty cool. I did translate some of the text here specifically for the part in Stone and Focus, and if it translated it correctly, it supposedly says that this song being on the CD bundle is one of the biggest selling points of this box set, which I think is kind of goofy because he is self-aware about it, which I think is pretty awesome. And then some more text here. Surprisingly little he had to say about Hexagon and Lichen, but he has a lot to say about White Blade 2 and Matchsticks. Again, I'm saying male, if I can remember correctly. It might be a female, I don't remember. I can't read. And then we got a little booklet here with all the images associated with the songs, which I think is pretty cool. And then this cool little colorgram at the end here that sort of represents the songs. Like, I know they're oriented after the songs, like we have Cliffs, Radio, Rhubarb. And one thing I found to be really cool is that the longer the song is, the bigger the picture is. So the biggest of all the pictures is probably the one for White Blade 2 right here. And the smallest one is the one for Sea-Twig, which I think is actually pretty cool. And then the note from Richard is on the back with the Rhubarb notes and all the same credits as we saw on the vinyl release. So that's pretty cool. But then there's another one in here, which is a fold-out poster. Kind of, at least. Basically, it's a fold-out, and then you have all the pictures again. All the pictures as shown before. Then you have the total runtime as also shown on the vinyl. And then we have the Rhubarb notes again. And then more of the pie chart and such. Again, pretty cool, but not necessary. And then we got a couple of stickers. We got the classic logo stickers here. If I can get it up. That's what he said. There we go. Got the sticker up. These two stickers are basically identical to the ones that were in the vinyl release, only you only get one of each instead of two of each. But another cool thing is that the other two stickers that were included are the logo from the front of the album, both in white and also in a black pressing. I definitely want to use these on my one wheel because that would look pretty sick. Definitely not the black one because my fender is black, but I would put on the white one instead.
Right wheel.
Just to show my appreciation for this album and etc. But yeah, overall, I think this bundle was pretty cool. It was expensive though. It was not a cheap bundle to buy. I think it was about the same price as what I paid for the vinyl release, which I paid like 60 euros for. And I paid like, what was it? The equivalent of, yeah, over 6,000 yen for this. Actually, it was more because the tax are not included in this price. It was 6,600 yen I paid in total. And the text on the screen here will tell you exactly what that is in dollars, euros, and also Danish kroners, considering I am a Danish guy. Disc 3, Disc 2, and Disc 3. Disc 1 here. And that's all there is to the box set. It's not too different from the one you can get in the rest of the world. But I bought this just because I love, like, this is my favorite album of all time, and owning a Japanese box set copy of it feels kind of special to me. So, but that is about the difference between my two physical copies I have of this album. Then the question is, how good do they sound? We have the first disc here. I'm just going to be putting on Rhubarb since that is one of my favorite songs of the entire record. But yeah, we're going to be testing this record on an old Sony PST-33 record player that I bought, used, but it still functions just as well. So let's see how it sounds. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong song. Turn up the volume. It sounds great. Probably one of the best sounding records I actually have in my entire collection. So the purchase on this end, notification, the purchase on my end, like, I couldn't complain. Like, this is definitely one of the best sounding records I have ever bought. It's also just stunning to look at. It's a really beautiful pressing, and it sounds amazing. Okay, there's a single dust particle traveling around in the inner groove. But yeah, this record sounds amazing, honestly. But then the ultimate question is, do the CDs sound just as good or even better than the vinyl pressing? Especially considering that the Japanese one was claiming it had ultra high quality CD pressing and such, like they do in Japanese pressings. So that's what I'm actually curious about. So let's go check that out. And for the CD test, unfortunately, I do not have a quality CD player, so we're gonna have to stick with this Philips FX25 system that I've had since I was like 14. But yeah, we're going to be testing on the same CD. Well, not the same CD, but we're going to be testing on the CD that also has Rhubarb. And let's just hope for the best, I suppose. I can't even put in a CD properly. God damn it. It's a lot louder, that's for sure. Yeah, like it sounds just as good, maybe even better. Like maybe it sounds better, but I'm not sure. I do not have the most hi-fi system in the world, so the small differences is probably not something that I could distinguish on my setup that I have currently, but they both sound amazing. They definitely do. And I'm really looking forward to just putting this into my, like put this entire CD into my car and just be driving around listening to this, especially at night drives. That's gonna be awesome. So, but in general, my experience is both pressings are amazing. The amount of stuff you get with the actual pressing is really incredible. And the fact we got a 30-year anniversary for one of the best albums ever made is one of the best things I can think of, honestly. Like, I feel so honored. But at the same time, Richard, why did you have to actually expand the goddamn track list when I already had made my video? Goddamn! Anyways, to the last point of this video, my review of the new orchestral version of Rhubarb. It's okay. Like, I don't really have anything else to say than that. It's okay. It doesn't really feel like it fits into the album because it's live instrumentations recorded instead of just electronic synthesizers and instruments and such. It doesn't really feel like it fits into the album in my opinion, but it's still a really cool addition and it bears a lot of merit considering what the song technically is and what the source material is. Especially now that we also got a personal note from Richard where he's more or less dedicating Rhubarb to his mother. So that's pretty cool in my opinion, it really is. But yeah, if you're considering getting the physical version of Saw 2, I definitely highly recommend it because honestly, if you haven't heard this album yet and you're starting to get into ambient or you want to get into ambient or the more softer side of electronic music, this is a must listen. Like, this album in general is a must listen for almost anyone, so go get this. Like, it's amazing. Love this album so much. If my video essay that was almost 40 minutes long didn't actually point that out well enough for you, this is a must listen, like for almost everyone, especially the ones who like electronic music. And I stand by the fact that I believe that this is the greatest ambient album the human species has ever made. Go get this album, it's amazing. I almost completely forgot to mention actually, but the next video that I'm gonna be making is gonna be my video essay on Daft Punk's Discovery, because this is one of my favorite albums, and one of the songs on here I've actually made my own cover of under my own alias. So if you're interested, stay tuned because this is going to be the next one I'm going to be covering. I can't believe this album's actually going to be turning 24 years old soon. That's insane.
Psst. If you're looking for more ambient music in general to listen to whilst I'm making my new video on Daft Punk's Discovery, I would recommend that you check out the album I released earlier in the spring of this year, which is the album Ambient Halo 2. I made this album over the duration of the last 3 years. It contains 2 covers of the songs from Saw 2, which are Rhubarb and Stone in Focus. But I promise you, it's not just covers, because most of the other songs are songs I've made myself. So if you like ambient music and you want to hear some more, I've made that, and maybe you like some of the tracks. And if you are generally just enjoying my content, please do consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Alright, see you soon.